Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Learn and Talk English podcast. I'm Emily, and I'm so grateful you've joined us again. In our previous episode, we talked about overcoming fears, improving fluency, and weaving English into your daily life. Today, we're diving into a crucial aspect of speaking English with true confidence, mastering pronunciation and intonation.
Absolutely, Emily. If you've ever felt unsure about whether you're saying words clearly or matching the right intonation when you speak, stay right here. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with powerful techniques to make your English sound smooth, natural, and expressive.
And let me promise you this, if you stay with us until the very end, you'll have a set of practical exercises and tips to transform the way you pronounce words, connect sentences, and convey meaning through tone. We'll speak slowly and very clearly so you can listen to this episode over and over. That's right, listening multiple times will help you practice your pronunciation right along with us. Let's start by understanding why pronunciation and intonation matter so much. Sure, you can have great grammar and vocabulary, but if your pronunciation isn't clear, people might struggle to follow you. Or, if your intonation, how your voice rises and falls, feels off, you might sound less confident, even if your words are correct.
Exactly, Emily. Pronunciation and intonation are the rhythm and melody of language. Think of them like music. The tune helps us feel and understand emotion and emphasis. When you master that music, your English becomes not just understandable, but compelling. And that's exactly what we want for you. Compelling English.
Precisely. Now remember our big promise. As you follow along, we'll model each technique carefully so you can repeat after us, even if you're doing it in your head or quietly under your breath. Don't be shy. Repetition is the key to real mastery. Let's break down some common trouble spots for learners. First up, consonant sounds like R and L. Many learners say these can be tough to distinguish. Marcus, do you want to demonstrate?
Sure. Listen closely. Right, rate, versus light. Lay it. Notice the way my tongue moves. I'll repeat them slowly. Right, light, right, light.
Great! Everyone listening, you can replay this section to practice as many times as you need. The R is formed with the tongue slightly curled back, while the L places the tongue tip against the top of your mouth.
Yes, it may feel strange at first, but keep at it. Let's do another pair. Arrive, chati herive, and alive, alive, arrive, alive.
Wonderful. Listeners, keep practicing these pairs until you're comfortable. Just remember, hearing yourself is half the battle, so speak out loud if you can.
Next, let's talk about linking and reduction. Native speakers often link words and reduce certain sounds, making it feel like one long connected phrase. For example, instead of saying, I am going to eat, we often say, I'm gonna eat. Notice how going to becomes gonna.
Exactly. Another example. What are you doing can sound like what are you doing? It's not sloppy, it's natural. Understanding these reductions helps you follow fast speech, and using them makes you sound more fluent yourself.
Right! But be careful. There's a time and a place. If you're in a formal setting, you might want to use the more complete forms. But in casual conversation, linking and reductions are perfect. It's all about adapting to the situation.
Now, let's move on to sentence stress and rhythm. In English, we tend to stress certain words or syllables for emphasis. If I say, I didn't say you stole my book, versus I didn't say you stole my book, the meaning changes each time because of where I put the stress.
Exactly. Let's break that down. Listen carefully to the differences. 1. I didn't say you stole my book, meaning someone else did. 2. I didn't say you stole my book, meaning maybe you borrowed it. 3. I didn't say you stole my book, meaning It's not mine.
Stress clarifies what's important in a sentence. Practice shifting stress around in a simple sentence to feel how it changes meaning. This is so powerful.
Let's talk about intonation patterns. Intonation is how your pitch rises and falls. For instance, when you ask a yes/no question, your voice typically goes up at the end. Are you ready? But with a WH question, where are you going? The intonation usually falls at the end.
Let's demonstrate slowly so you can repeat along. Yes/no question with rising tone. Did you call me? What question with falling tone? When does the train arrive?
Exactly. And if you want to show enthusiasm or excitement, you might use a higher pitch overall, like, "That's incredible."
Don't worry if you can't get it perfect on the first try. Replay this section as much as you need. Repetition, repetition, repetition.
So, how do we practice all these techniques in a way that becomes second nature? We recommend a few strategies. Shadowing. Listen to native speakers and imitate them in real time. Record yourself. Hearing how you actually sound helps you adjust more effectively. Tongue twisters. They train your muscles for challenging sounds.
Great ideas. Let's do a quick tongue twister exercise together. Red leather, yellow leather. Truly rural. She sells seashells by the seashore.
Yes, it might be silly, but it's fun and very helpful. Try them slowly first, then gradually speed up. Record your progress and compare your first attempt to your 10th attempt.
Let's not forget that confidence plays a huge role. If you're tense or anxious, your mouth muscles might tighten, making pronunciation harder. But if you let yourself relax, your speech flows more smoothly.
Exactly. We encourage you to practice speaking out loud in front of a mirror. Smile when you speak. It can genuinely help with clear pronunciation and a more positive tone. It also adds that emotional energy we want in communication.
Smiling definitely helps with certain vowel sounds and builds confidence. Plus, if you're enjoying the process, you're likely to practice more and learn faster.
Now, we've covered a lot. Common trouble sounds, linking and reduction, sentence stress, intonation patterns, and practical exercises. If you commit to repeating these techniques daily, you'll experience amazing transformations in the clarity and warmth of your spoken English.
This is such an exciting journey, but remember, repetition is your secret weapon. Listen to this podcast more than once. Each time, focus on a different aspect. Maybe consonants one time, intonation the next. You'll pick up new details every single time.
Speaking of details, let's do a quick recap. Here are your main takeaways. Practice challenging consonants, like R and L, by listening and repeating slowly. Use linking and reductions to sound more natural in casual contexts. Play with sentence stress to convey different meanings. Master intonation for questions, statements, and showing emotion. Shadow, record, and do tongue twisters regularly.
Well said, Marcus. And remember, keep calm, stay consistent, and enjoy the process. This journey isn't just about perfect pronunciation, it's about expressing yourself fully and confidently in English. Thank you so much for spending time with us today. By investing these moments in your pronunciation and intonation skills, you're one step closer to sounding natural and fluent. Promise me you'll re-listen to this podcast and repeat after us again.
That's right. Practice as many times as you need. There's no rush. And if you found these tips helpful, please share this episode with friends, family, or anyone else who might benefit.
We'd also love to hear your thoughts, questions, or even your own tips in the comments. And of course, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating valuable content for you.
Absolutely. So keep practicing, keep smiling, and remember to make English a part of your everyday life. Until next time, This is Marcus.
And Emily, signing off from the Learn and Talk English podcast. You've got this, and we believe in you.